Now, Half Dome is one of the most striking features on the Yosemite landscape. It's not only inspired adventuresome spirits to climb it and to hike it, but also geologists to study it and artists to capture its unique beauty on canvas and on film. Hiking this Yosemite icon is an extraordinary accomplishment, and it can create a memory of a lifetime. But Half Dome is an extremely challenging hike, and it can be dangerous. You must be prepared in order to have a safe and enjoyable hike. The Half Dome hike is one of the longest and steepest day hikes that you're likely to encounter in a national park. It's a 14-mile round trip and gains nearly 5,000 feet in elevation. Most people need 12 hours to hike to the top of Half Dome and back before dark. So start this hike at dawn or just before. The hike begins along the Mist Trail, which follows the Merced River up hundreds of steps to the top of Vernal Fall. This section alone keeps the Yosemite Search and Rescue Team busy each summer with injured knees and ankles.
The Search and Rescue Team responds to about 100 incidents each year along the Half Dome Trail. Along the trail, there are several spots where the rock is guaranteed to be wet and slippery.
After you reach the top of Vernal Fall, the trail continues up another steep section of stairs to the top of Nevada Fall. Remember to be very careful when you're near the water. It's extremely cold and swift. The hike just to the top of Nevada Fall is already considered a long, difficult day hike. And what may surprise you is that it's not even half the distance to the top of Half Dome.
We see a lot of dehydration and exhaustion. We also see people simply not being fit enough to hike the distance that they've chosen to go that day, and not realizing when they start to feel poorly that the best idea is to turn around and head back down rather than push yourself to go further.
The next 4 miles travel up through a forest environment, and then you arrive at the subdome. Now, most visitors have heard of the Half Dome cables, but climbing the subdome to the base of the cables is nearly as serious as the cables themselves. The climb is similar to climbing the hundreds of steps of the Mist Trail, only now the steps are at 8,000 feet in elevation, where the air is thinner and the breathing can be harder. From here, the remainder of the trail is above tree line and totally exposed to the weather. If there are clouds overhead, it may be unsafe for you to continue. If the weather is cooperative and you continue up the subdome, you will arrive at the cables. The cables are in place from late May to early October, and they are not for the out of shape or the faint of heart. They're vertical and exposed, and surprisingly much harder to go down than they are to go up. It is extremely dangerous to use the cables during storms. Most deaths and injuries on Half Dome have happened when the rock is wet. In the summer, mornings can be deceptively clear and warm, but in the afternoon, cold rain and lightning can quickly move in. From the top of Half Dome, there are a few things to know about your return trip. Once you're at the top, you are only halfway done with your hike. You still need to descend 5,000 vertical feet and 7 miles. To sum up, Half Dome is a spectacular hike, full of waterfalls, quiet forests, and breathtaking views.